And we are back. Our first local guest is the head local history librarian for the city of Biloxi and is here to help walk us through some of the Saenger Theater's storied past. Please give a warm welcome to Ms. Jane Shambra. So, Jane, well, first of all, you're the local history manager. What exactly is that?
It's complicated. I'm the local history and genealogy librarian located in the Biloxi Library for the Harrison County Library System, but I manage the collection. And it's different from a regular library because you can't check out books. You can come and do research. We have all kinds of amazing pictures and newspapers and city directories and all this. So we have people from all over coming to visit us to do research. It's very different.
Now, you've got, from what I understand, you got a bit of a fascinating background yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I grew up in the New Orleans area, in the Bywater district. I went to school there, got both my undergraduate and my master's degree from the LSU system, UNO. And then eventually I moved here, started volunteering, and it's been uphill all the way.
Now, you've got an interesting family background, though, too, yeah?
Okay, so my family comes from the German coast, which is along the Mississippi River on the way between New Orleans and Baton Rouge. And so we lived there for a very long time, and then we moved to New Orleans, and then I have 2 sons and 8 grandkids.
Now, how did your family background play kind of a role in doing what you're doing now?
Okay, and that's kind of amazing because I didn't learn this until later, but I found out that my first ancestor that was here landed on Ship Island in 1720, and he was instrumental in settling this whole area, wound up in the French Quarter, and then had kids and kids and kids. So, and it took a while to learn this. You know, somebody's history, genealogy, what happens here, what's going to happen here. It's an adventure. So I was lucky to be part of that history as well. Now,
you told us a little bit about what you all do. Mm-hmm. Where are you all located?
We are located in the Biloxi Public Library at 580 Howard Avenue, right down the street in one of the yellow buildings right next to the Civic Center.
Now, we're here, and we're doing a series of shows here in the historic Saenger Theater right here in Biloxi. There's obviously a history here. How does that kind of tie in with what you guys do?
Well, it's pretty interesting that you would ask this question because recently there's been an influx of people coming to know what's the history of the Saenger, how can we save it, how old is it, what was here before. So people who are developers, people who wanted to do the bricks down the street, people who want to develop the downtown area have been coming to us and trying to figure out what's the history of the Saenger, how can we just keep this building going strong. And so we're the answer because we can do historic properties, we can look up things. Sometimes we find things we're not looking for. We have the old newspapers and so forth. So everything is a treasure hunt and certainly a great adventure as well.
In fact, I thought I saw a newspaper article in there. I don't know if it was an old one. It may have been a more recent one, but you brought some materials with you.
I did, and I found all kinds of pictures. It's not enough. We never have enough pictures in our collection, and we can't find everything on Google, so we need to emphasize that. One of the things I brought was a series of pictures that I took having to do with the cornerstones of this building. It was renovated several times. It was built in the 1920s. So if you want to look up the history of a building, one of the ways to find out is to look on the building itself, the big stones. Sometimes they cover them up or they put them in the foyer, but there's a lot of information.
Usually a cornerstone,
yes.
An actual cornerstone
yes.
that will have when it was erected or have. That's the way they used to do it, at least.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how they do that now, but instead of going through sentences and paragraphs about the mayor at the time was so-and-so, and the councilman was so-and-so, and the builder was so-and-so, you can just look at these simple words. It's very well formatted, and you can learn all about the history of this building. There's also another cornerstone, which is more like a plaque, and it's a historic symbol of Biloxi's buildings and so forth. So there's about 4 of them. So if you visit the outside of the Saenger, you don't even have to come inside. You can see all of this history just right there in front of you.